welcome. I'm Dina. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for Yoga for Neck. Today we'll be working on creating more space for better mobility and decreasing any pain or stiffness you may be feeling throughout the upper back and neck. You will be needing a towel for today's practice, either a hand towel or a tea towel, whatever is available for you. And when you're ready, come on down to the ground and join me in Sukhasana or easy pose or whatever pose you find comfortable sitting on the ground. And in fact, you don't even have to sit on the ground today. If you find it uncomfortable or just don't feel like getting down low, you can do the majority of the sequence sitting in a chair. So finding a comfortable position, settling in. Let's begin by taking a nice, deep, cleansing breath in through the nose and out. Bringing the hands, the fingertips to the shoulders here. We're going to start by moving the elbows towards each other so they can touch. If they don't, that is okay. Feeling a nice opening through the upper back. We begin to raise them towards the ceiling, feeling a nice stretch through the side of the body, taking them around and back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, creating space through the chest, and dropping them down. This time moving with the breath. So breathing in, arms up. And as we breathe out, around, back, and down. Again, breathing in, arms up. And breathing out, back down and around. Last time, breathing in and out. Releasing that now, we're coming into eagle arm. So we're going to take our right arm out in front of us, left arm crosses in front, bending the elbows so the arms come into a V position and bringing the backs of the hands together or as close as they can. If it's in your practice, you can wrap your hands around and take that bind as well. Now this may be a good enough stretch for you, or we can explore by lifting those elbows up. Don't forget to breathe. This is a nice deep stretch, big opener for the upper back here. One more breath in. And as we breathe out, releasing the arms down. Same thing on the other side. So we'll start with the left arm on the bottom, right arm crosses over, bending at the elbows to create that V. And again, bringing the backs of the hands together, or if it's in your practice, to wrap the hands around and take the bind. Stay here. If this is a good enough stretch for you, you may notice that it feels different from side to side, or we can explore by raising the elbows up. Don't forget to breathe. On your next exhale, releasing everything down. Taking the hands behind your hips, so fingertips facing the hips. You can either be up on your fingers and your fists, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Sitting up nice and tall, finding length through the spine as we begin to lift the chest towards the ceiling, lift the chin towards the ceiling. As we open up through the chest, creating lots of space. Take another big breath in. And on the breath out, release everything down. Let's find mobility through the neck. So just gently nodding your head yes. Depending on what your neck is feeling like today, these movements may be big or small. Stay within your range. There's no need to push through anything today. And shake your head no. Feeling any differences in the sides. Maybe you're hearing some crunching and cracking. And return to center. Placing your left hand on the mat, we begin to drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Now this may be a deep enough stretch for you today, or we can take that right hand, place it on the side of your head, and gently draw that ear towards the shoulder. There's no need to push here. Just allow the weight of your hand to bring that neck down just a little bit farther. We'll be holding this stretch for about 30 seconds here because we are attempting to lengthen the muscle through the left side of the neck. Anytime you're trying to lengthen a muscle, you have to hold the stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds. So make sure you're taking nice big breaths here, sinking into the stretch, relaxing, letting go, allowing for a release. Breathe in and out. Lifting your hand from your head. From here, we're going to rotate that nose towards your armpit. Place that hand on the back of your head. Now you're going to feel with your fingertips here the edge of your skull. What I want you to do is put your fingertips on the other edge of your skull into the soft tissue and just gently press your fingers in as we draw that nose towards the armpit. Again, we're going to be holding this stretch for about 30 seconds. If at any time these stretches just become a little bit too much, just back out of it a little bit or come out of the stretch altogether. Another breath in. And on our exhale, slowly bringing your head back up and rotating to the front. Right hand comes to the mat, sitting up nice and tall, finding that length through the spine as we gently guide that left ear to the left shoulder. Again, stay here or lift that right hand to the side, left hand to the right side of your head. And here, and breathe here. Again, holding for about 30 seconds. If you have the time or you're doing these stretches on your own, you can certainly hold them for longer. Breathe in, lifting that hand away from your head. Begin to rotate that nose towards the armpit. Place the hand on the back of the head. Again, finding that ridge of your skull. Placing the fingertips just on the other side in the soft tissue. And gently pressing your fingertips into that tissue as we deepen into this stretch. Making sure that you still have that length through the spine. Take another breath in. And as we breathe out, slowly begin to straighten, rotate that head back towards center. Again, we shake our head yes. Notice how this feels now. Is it different from when we did it a few moments ago? Is there less creaking and cracking? Is there more mobility? Is there less pain, stiffness? Good, coming back to center. From here, take your left arm across your chest, plugging that arm into the socket, and gently with your right hand guiding that hand across, feeling a nice stretch through the deltoid and maybe even through the upper back. From here, we're going to explore by turning our head to look past that left shoulder. If this is uncomfortable for you, just keep your head straight. And breathe. Your next breath in and breathe out, letting everything go. Same thing with the right, reaching across your left. Taking that left hand and guiding that right hand across, plugging that shoulder into the socket. And again, we can look past that right shoulder, or you can leave your head looking straight ahead. One more breath in. And as we breathe out, letting everything go. From here, grab your towel. We're going to be folding it in half lengthwise and then rolling it up. We're going to come down to lying in a second, but what we're going to do is we're going to be lying on this table, or towel rather. We're going to be placing that towel right on the ridge of the skull, just like where our fingers were a moment ago. So come back to lying and place that towel exactly where we just talked about. You can either keep your knees straight or straighten them out. So you're going to feel that your chin is going to come into your chest just a little bit. And what this does is just creates a little bit of space through the cervical spine. So return to the breath, take nice big cleansing breaths in and out and sink into this pose. We're going to only stay here for about a minute today, but I highly recommend staying longer if you have the time. Okay, coming back now, or if you're choosing to stay longer, simply pause the video and stay here as long as you like. Bringing the palms together, thumbs to the eyebrow. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Repeat this sequence as much as you need throughout your week and let me know how it goes. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Namaste.